this one is for tending inflammation, releasing it from the body, bringing the heat that's stagnating at any place in the body, in the energy field, back into balance, back into flow. So do your best to relax, take deep breaths, say fuck yes to this ASMR Reiki session. Calling on our highest selves to work together here and now to open the pathways, grounding the heat, bringing everything back into circulation and balance. Feel the energy flowing through your feet, flowing through your feet, flowing through your feet. The heat is released, the charge is recycled. Attention is brought to the knees. Which is the heart of the leg. When we get convinced that it's a good version of caring to try to hold energy in the heart, but the heart wants to circulate, circulate, circulate. Bringing that back online as much as we can now. Circulation tends to the inflammation. Inflammation draws our attention to where the pathways are getting blocked because the energy isn't moving with enough velocity to be in full circulation. Which is why it's so important that we ground down, plugging into the earth. And slurp that earth energy up and up and up. The natural remedy, the natural opposite of inflammation is this fresh life force energy in full flow. All the way, all the way, all the way up. Through all the layers of time and space, plugging into source. Slurping as much source energy into your energy field, into your body being as you personally can handle right now. And it merges with the earthy life force energy. They mingle, they make out, they make love, they make art. That's what this exchange is. That's what this life is. And inflammation happens when we're in resistance to it. I always think of the heat in my knees showing me that I'm resistant, that I'm trying to drive somewhere with the e-brake on. And the heat builds up, and the engine smokes. And sometimes there's a bit of screeching. That's all drawing our attention to get spacious with the present moment, to invite that resistance into circulation, to feel safe here and now, in full circulation, in flow. And maybe that resistance is arising because there's some old or inherited experiences of emotion that didn't have safe passage. A sense of being judged, perhaps, that's what's coming to mind. Or shamed, or blamed. This rejection energy where we abandoned our sense of safety and trust in the moment to maybe try to believe someone else's stories or the stories that we heard around us. All that charge that gets locked in the body needs your permission to be released so that that pathway can open back up again. And in that, the inflammation is so intelligent. When we say thank you, thank you, thank you to this intelligence. And in its bowing back at us, it melts and is released. We've, learned the lesson, and by that I mean we've absorbed the wisdom that it had for us, and it can be recycled. That experience is now complete. That old experience, that inherited experience, the wisdom of that charge that was being held has been brought to attention and acknowledgement, integrated. And grounded. That integration can be embodied as the energy is allowed to continue to circulate. Breathing really, really deep. Really feeling the tenderness between all of the parts working together to enable this attention to the wisdom of inflammation, the deep bow to it and its deep bow back to you and your body that lets it be released smoothly and fully. Smoothly and fully. Beautiful work. We're going to flood the system again with unconditionally loving life force energy. Reiki. If you love this, I dare you to check out Mission, my Reiki program. But it's really about coming into this relationship with ourselves, speaking the language of energy in reverence and feeling the relief of that reverence in our system and thereby having impact in the external world. There's a self-study option and a group study option. both available for sign up right now, and I would fucking love to have you, to support you this way, to play with you this way. It's my honor to share this way with others. Working on the mind, the head now. A lot of heat can build up in the head, in the inherited way of cutting off our thinking from listening to the body. Just really acknowledging that here and now, that we have, no matter where we're at with that journey, as a collective, as a human species, we've inherited that through history. It is a challenge that we are together in, that is challenging life on earth right now. This common, this normal way of being cut off from the wisdom of the body, and how that really inflames the mind. The stress, the anxiety, the depression is all coming from this inflammation in the mind that is wise. Because the mind says, oh, let me be connected to the body, to the heart. Let me be in this potent circulation, because it's the answer to everything. And the answers come with so much ease, intuitively, through our feeling and sensing faculties. When the mind can be relaxed, and it's in that healthy, active circulation that I am relaxed. That I can go into lounge mode, which is healthy, active, listening, witnessing mode, where I hear the intelligence of energy and conversation with itself, where I hear the intelligence of inflammation in the body, etc., etc. All of this wisdom available here and now with ease and grace, ease and grace, ease and grace. Oh, both my hands on your head. Gold Reiki. Sparkling through. Sparkling all around you. Letting heat, any steam come out the top, come out the crown, be recycled by source. Or letting it, if it's more like, maybe it feels more like lava sludge and it's dripping down, down, down through your feet to be recycled by the earth. Either way. Breaking up any blocks in the pathway with this golden Reiki energy, so that flow, no matter how fast or slow, can happen, can be in motion. That energy wants to be in motion. That charge wants to be recycled. Is always humming, ready to be recycled. It knows its nature, which is movement and continuous replenishment back to source and through the earth. Neutralized life force. Infinitely resourced we are when we allow our pathways to be open to that. Right, Chewy? Yeah. 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 And it's interesting that he opened the door and this cool air is actually flowing in. It was very warm in here, as you can tell, by my cheeks, and it's exactly a reflection of that freshness that we just spoke to. And it's not because the heat is bad or wrong, it's because it's a match, a balancing act. That happens when we get out of the way, equal opposites align in respect for one another. And that is justice. Always at play in our world, in our universe. And it can also be allowed to be at play in our system in a really, really healthy, natural way. So that's why we gather here. I'm really happy to be here with you today. You can all thank the person I was going to be on Zoom with who didn't show up. That I'm making this at this exact time, so this exact messages and this exact connection is coming through. I'm grateful. This feels really, really yummy. You know, and that's just an example of how we think we know how things will unfold, or we have plans or expectations, and life leads us. The energy is intelligent, and the opportunities become evident. As we remember, not learn, but remember the language of energy and the experiential honesty of energy in conversation with itself. Energy never lies. So it actually creates a lot of simplicity, even though it might feel complex in being not used to it, not comfortable with it, conditioned in a different direction. So it can feel clunky or awkward coming back into contact with your natural resonance with the language of energy. Sending you a big, big white sparkling Reiki ball right now. Let it go wherever it needs to go. Let it ripple all through you. Inviting it to ripple all the way through your energy bubble too. Tending to any static there, any stagnancy. Just stirring it up back into circulation. Because the more we let it settle, the more it turns into that inflammation, that energy blockage in our physical pathways. And we know how uncomfortable and painful that can be. Hope this felt like a quick glow up, coming back to what really truly is available to you. Just really enjoying the circulation, the fresh energy through all your pathways. Notice if it feels like it's getting stuck anywhere, resisted anywhere, and let's attend to that. Yes. Really feeling the lower belly, the abdomen light up, the hips. We can carry so much in these lower energy centers. Just melting as much of that density back into flow as we can here and now. In a safe, secure, stabilized way. You can sweep it down through your feet back into the earth. You can sweep it up into the heart, and the heart, this vortex of powerful, potent circulation beyond just blood, all the way, all the way, all the way. Energy, energy, energy in full flow, connecting all the parts, all the pieces, all the layers of being. My hands on your hips. Gold Reiki here. Let your pelvic bowl, your hips, your belly, your abdomen, your core, your organs absorb. Yes, 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 yes. Sealing this session with 3 sparkling golden iridescent, oh, I think I did 4 infinity signs for the number of stabilization, stabilized flow between the 4 elements, the 4 directions, your 4 layers of being: emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. I hope you really enjoyed and benefited from this session together. Releasing you to your own journey, your own best case scenarios, your own highest timelines. But also would love to see you here again soon. All my offerings are in the description box below. And the more you make likes your energy in here, liking, subscribing, commenting, and just connecting. The more you're saying yes to me feeling you and intuitively meeting you in this space when I'm creating these videos. Thank you so much.